Hello dear student, myself Kanchan Vishramji Kumbalkar, Assistant Professor of Sri Shivaji College of Arts, Commerce and Science Akula. This is my 9th lecture on 4th unit of Paper 1 MSc First Year Inorganic Chemistry 1. This is the lecture on Part B of Unit 4, that is Metal Ligand Equilibria in Solution. So let's start. The syllabus of 4th unit A part is this one. In a previous lecture, we concluded the first part, that is A part, and we start in a previous lecture the second B part, that is metal ligand equilibria in the solution. In previous lecture, we deals with the stability of complexes. Basically, there are two types of stability. First one is the thermodynamic, second one is the kinetic stability. Thermodynamically stable and unstable compound means when we are talking about the thermodynamic stability, then we are talking about the stability of product, yield of product, the percentage yield of product. So, when you are talking about the final product furnishing, then that can be considered as a thermodynamic stability. If compound exists, then it is counted as a thermodynamically stable. But in a kinetic stability or instability, we try with the another words, that is labile complex and inert complex. In a kinetic stability, we are dealing with that when we are dealing with the speed of reaction, not the percentage of yield of product, not the stability of product. We are just focusing on at minimum time or maximum rate the product has been formed from that of the reactant, and this is considered as that of the kinetics. Kinetics means it is related with that of the speed, means when any complex, if it is get substituted easily with a high rate, then it is considered as the kinetically stable. But in kinetic concept, the stable and unstable are, these words are replaced by that of the labile and inert complex. So what is meant by kinetically labile? The complex which is ready to give a substitution reaction, or the speed of reaction is fast in substitution reaction for that of the complex. That type of complexes are considered as the labile. And if any complexes is not responding to the substitution reaction, or it gives a reaction with a very less rate, then it is considered as that of the inert complexes, which has been concluded in a previous lecture. In this lecture, we are dealing with the stepwise formation of complex and the stepwise formation constant and the overall formation constant. According to the J-Ram, which has been in a 1941 proposed, the formation of complex in a solution proceed by a stepwise addition of the ligand to the metal ion. Consider this example. Suppose we have a metal combined with that of the ligand. There is a formation of mono ligand and metal complex. The reaction is reversible. It is under equilibrium. So the rate of formation of forward as well as the rate of formation of backward reaction is counted as the exactly equal. If the forward force is greater, the product has been formed, and if the backward reaction rate is more, then the reactant has been formed. The rate constant is counted as the K1. It is a proportionality constant related with that of the first step, when a single metal combined with that of the ligand, one ligand, and there is a formation of Ml. This is the first step. And we know that the proportionality constant is nothing but a concentration of product divided by the overall concentration of reactant. Means K1 is equal to concentration of product, that is Ml, divided by products of concentrations of reactant, that is concentration of F into concentration of L. Now K1 is also considered as the equilibrium constant because the reaction is under equilibrium, the forward reaction as well as the backward reaction. Second one, when the product of first step is again combined with the another molecule of ligand, then there is a second step occurred. Second step is Ml plus L get converted into Ml2. This step is also in under equilibrium, and the K2, that is the forward equilibrium constant K2, is written as similarly which has been written in the first step, that is K2 is equal to the concentration of product divided by overall concentration of reactant. So the product are Ml2, hence the K2 is equal to concentration of Ml2 divided by the concentration of reactant, that is concentration of Ml into concentration of L. Remember these things. That is the product of concentration of reactant, means the equilibrium constant at any step is equal to the concentration of product of that step divided by the products of concentration of reactant. The number of reactant, whatever the number of reactant, its product, overall concentration product is considered for that of the denominator. Now if we combine with the L, that is considered as only first step the K1, second step K2, and similarly when you are adding the n numbers of L's, so one L has been added, second, third, fourth, 5, 6 and so on. If we are adding at the last step, if we are continuing at the last step, when we are combining, when we want a MLN, n is a any integer, MLN, suppose n is equal to 6 and we want a ML6. So for that purpose we have to take a ML5, that is n minus 1 as a reactant. So hence the reactant is Ml n minus 1 plus added with a one more ligand. Now when you add 1 L, means it is the product of 1 Ml, that is Ml1, so we put here K1. When Ml2 we put here K2. When Mln then we put here Kn. So it is related with the step where the MLN, any n number, can be combined with that of the metal, any n number of ligand can be combined with that of the metal to form a final product. And this is the final step, that is when one less ligand number Ml complex combined with the another ligand and there is a formation of a final product, that is Mln. In this case the Kn is considered as the equilibrium constant for this step. And again for the Kn value, on the basis of definition, Kn is nothing but equilibrium constant, which is equal to the concentration of product, that is Mln, concentration of product divided by Mln minus 1 into L, that is concentration of reactant. Always remember square bracket indicating the concentration. Hence we are forming a MLN, a final complex, means when we are considering, in this case thus the formation of complex, that is MLN, where the M is considered as a central metal cation and L is the monodentate ligand and N is nothing but a maximum number, coordination number of the metal ion M for the ligand L. N can be varies from one ligand to another for the same metal ions also. So by considering this and considering the step by step, this is considered as that of the step by step formation of a final product. First step, second step, third step and so on. And this is known as the stepwise formation of complex. And related with that, these are the stepwise formation constant. These are stepwise formation of complexes one by one. First of all 1L, then next L and then third L and so on. So this is considered as a stepwise formation of complex, and related with that there are the equilibrium constant, that is K1, K2, K3 and so on up to the Kn, are called as stepwise formation constant, or it is also known as the stepwise stability constant. Now, this is the basic definition of stepwise stability constant. The equilibrium constant, that is K1, K2 and up to the Kn, are called as the stepwise formation constant because it is related with the each and every step. Means, in simple way, we are forming a product that is complex step by step, and related with that the K1 first step, K2 is related with the second step and so on. Hence, they are known as the stepwise formation constant or stepwise stability constant. Now, suppose the formation of complex MLN may also be expressed by some another step of equilibrium constant. So, this is for first order. So, this is all about the stepwise formation of complex. For first step there is a K1, for a second step there is a K2, and finally by step we get a final product. Now, let us check out the another one, that is the stepwise formation complexes, but in this case we are considering the various different steps. Now, when there is a M plus L, there is a formation of ML. In this case, the beta 1 is counted as another constant, and similarly for second step there is a beta 2 and so on, there is a beta n. The equilibrium constant beta 1, beta 2 and beta n are also known as the overall or cumulative formation constant, or it is also known as the cumulative stability constant. Why? Because it is related with that overall, that particular step. Similarly, when we are considering the stepwise step, then it is known as the stepwise formation constant, and when it is related with that particular overall reaction, then it is considered as the overall stability constant or overall formation constant or cumulative combined. There are two examples has been taken for the cumulative and the stepwise. Means, when we are considering any complex, if we are considering a stepwise, for step there is a constant and that is known as the stepwise formation constant, and if we are considering the overall complex means, suppose we want to form a ML plus ML directly, ML get converted into M plus L get converted into ML. If we want a M L n plus 1 plus L, means in this case we directly add with the total complexes, and related with that there is a overall complex, means it is cumulative. Means if we want a combined constant, then it is counted as that a cumulative constant, which has been cleared by taking a two example. There is a two with a few exception, the value of successive stability constant decreases regularly from K1 to Kn. Means K1 is always greater than K2, then K3 and so on, but at the last Kn is the smallest value, which has been illustrated by taking one example of cadmium complex. Now, in this case cadmium complex, now there are two stability constants has been given. These are the stepwise stability constant, and this is the overall stability constant. Now, by this example you cleared the concept. This is the first complex. When this compound, this central metal atom combined with this ligand, there is a formation of monodentate ligand get connected, and it is having a particular, that step having a particular stability constant, that is K1, and it is having a value about 10 raised to the power 2.65, which is the highest. Some exceptions are there, but the rule is that the K1 is highest then K2, then K3 and so on. Means if you are considering this example, when cadmium combined with amine as a ligand, there is a formation of one complex, and this is first step of complex formation. Hence, related with that, there is a stepwise first step complex stability constant, that is stepwise stability constant. Now for second, the product of first is act here as a reactant of second step. Then again another ligand has been introduced. There is a formation of now central metal atom combined with that of the two ligand. Now because of it is a second step, related with that second step, because we are talking about the step, hence the equilibrium constant is nothing but a stepwise equilibrium constant, that is K2, which is having a value 10 raised to the power 2.10. Remember here, some exceptions are there, but the rule is that K1 is always greater than K2, then K3 and then K4 up to the Kn. The first step formation constant or the first step stability constant, that is K1, is always greater, having value than K2, K3 and so on. Means K1 is greater than K2, K2 is greater than K3 and so on. But there are some few exceptions, remember these things. So this is second step, and related with that there is equilibrium constant or stability constant, that is K2, having this value. Then again this product here act as a reactant combined with the another ligand and formation of a product, a complex, and because it is a third step, therefore the stability constant is indicated as a K3 and its value is 10 raised to the power 1.44. And similarly, finally when cadmium combined with the fourth ligand and there is a formation of CdNH3 by 4 final complex, and this is the final step, the complex is formed now. This is targeted product which is formed in a step by step manner. There are 4 steps, and related with each and every step there is a formation constant or stability constant, which are indicated as a K1, K2, K3 and K4 respectively. Now what is meant by overall or cumulative stability constant or formation constant? Now this is for first step, this is for second, third and fourth, and this is the overall cumulative formation constant. Means overall or cumulative formation constant, it is nothing but a combination of all the step stability constants or step formation constant. Suppose in this case there are 4 steps has been observed, hence K1, K2, K3, K4 and its addition is considered as the beta 4 because there are 4 steps. This is the overall stability constant or overall formation constant, or it is also known as the cumulative stability or formation constant. Now next example, one more example, that is here is the ligand is different, that is when cadmium combined with that of the another type of ligand, that is cyanide. Again this is first step, when metal combines with ligand, one ligand has been added, the first step has been completed with the product. That product is act as a here reactant, then again one more ligand has been introduced, then again formation of a complex, then next one third step, similarly introduction of another one ligand, and finally the ligand has been introduced, fourth ligand has been introduced, and finally we get a final complex. In this case also the first stability constant, it is a first step stability constant, it is second step stability constant, it is third step and it is fourth step, and cumulation addition of this 4 is nothing but a cumulative or overall stability or formation constant. So, and one more, that is K1 is always greater than K2, then K3, then K4. Observe K1 having 10 raised to the power 5.48, which is greater than this value. This K2 is greater than this value and K3 is greater than this value. So these are the all about the two examples which show the what is meant by K1, K2, what is meant by beta 1, beta 2. The steady decrease in the value of K1, K2 up to the Kn with increase in number of ligand is due to the fact that as more and more ligand move into the coordination zone, less and less aqua molecule are available to fresh ligand to replacement. With progressive intake of ligand, the metal ion become less electron greedy. In case of complexes of charged ligands, the more important factor responsible for the steady decrease are statistic, steric hindrance and Coulombic factor. So these are the three important cases where the response charged ligand are the most important factor. Means I state that the K1 is greater than K2, K2 is greater than K3 and K3 is greater than K4. Why it is happening? When the first ligand has been introduced, there are, suppose we want a 4 ligand to be get attached with that of the central metal atom. Now if I get a central metal atom and now we are introducing a one single ligand. Now for that this ligand there are 4 spaces are available. It can be attacked from both any side, any 4 side, because we are introduced the 4 ligand. Square planar or octahedral, square planar or tetrahedral complex we want. So in this case, when first ligand has been introduced, that ligand having a space of 4, it having the 4 options. But when as you introduce the second, it is only having the 3. Means there is as compared to the previous, the options are less, and as there is a number of ligands has been introduced continuously, there is a steric hindrance, there are statical and Coulombic factor, which are the most important if you are taking a charged ligand. Means when we are introducing the third ligand, this third ligand is having a steric hindrance with this already existed ligand. It is also get repelled because of the charge, and it is also have a competition to put in a properly with that of the central metal atom in a space. So because of which there is a stability has been decreases. If there is a repulsion, obviously there is a increase in energy, decrease in stability. But if there is a no repulsion, means in this case this central metal atom and ligand does not having any botheration, but when there is a second introduction, there is a repulsion of this, because the ligand having the same charges and they repel with each other, and the central metal atom also having the electrons which are present in D block, so that also repelled by that of the ligands, and ligand also repelled by that electron. Hence because of these 3 important factors, that is statistical, steric hindrance and Coulombic factor, which are the most important in the case of complex of the charged ligand, that are the more important factor which are responsible for steady decrease of K1, K2 and K3 and so on. Higher the value of stability constant for a complex ion, the greater will be its stability. Means when we are considering the K1, this is having the highest value as compared to K2 and K3 and K4. Hence the most stable complex is this as compared to the next one, because it has been stated that the higher the value of stability constant for a complex ion, the greater will be its stability. And alternatively, if we consider 1 by K value, which is sometimes called as an instability constant, give a measure of extent to which the equilibrium representing the formation of complex lies to the right. Means when we are considering K1, if K1 is greater, then complex is much more stable, and if we are taking a 1 upon K1 for this step, 1 upon K1, K1 is a stability constant for the first step, 1 upon K1 is a, means it is K1 inverse, means the reaction is given backward, means the stability is shifted here, means stability shifted toward the reactant, means the reaction is favorable to be get reversed as compared to the forward reaction become backward. So if this K1 is counted as a stability constant, means this complex is stable, and if you are considering 1 upon K1, then this product has been reversibly get converted into the reactant, means reaction goes backwardly, hence 1 upon K, or for first step it is a 1 upon K1 is considered as an instability constant. If it is greater, then the complex is not stable, it get backward to that of the reactant. Now similarly, one more point, that is 1 by K value, which is also known as the instability constant, which give a measure of extent to which the equilibrium representing the formation of complex lies to the right, means the equilibrium left and right that can be considered. A high value of, similarly the high value of 1 upon beta, beta is considered as a overall cumulative cumulative stability constant, and 1 upon beta is means for that of the complex ion, means it is overall. Similarly, the stepwise and cumulative stability constant are also expressed as a log to the base 10 K1 and log to the base 10 B2 respectively. So the last point is that the stepwise and cumulative stability constant are also expressed as that of the log to the base 10 K1 and log to the base 10 Bn respectively. In all the above equilibria, we have not specified the charge of metal ion and degree of solution. Hence the formation of it is having no importance, since the equilibria may be expressed as above. Whatever the charges of water molecule is matter of convention, since it is usually convenient and harmless. This mission should not be allowed whenever necessary, and square bracket indicate the concentration of the enclosed species. Remember this thing. So this is all about the stepwise and overall stability constant or the formation constant. So this is all about for this lecture. In the next lecture, we will start with that of the relationship between the overall and the stepwise stability constant or formation constant. Up till then, take care, be safe, stay safe. Thank you very much.